Hello, merry meet. So first let me say, I just noticed I have 250 subscribers on my YouTube page. Thank you all so much. It means a lot to me that you would bother to watch my videos and subscribe to me. It's amazing to know that you can see people in America or in Finland or anywhere and actually listen to me prattle on. So yeah, you guys are all awesome. So this is going to be a review of a book. The book I want to review is Dowsing and the Chakra System, Unveiling the Mystery by Brenda Hunt. And this is a very small book. Basically it is, how many pages? 96. Just have to do that. But anyway, what is this? It's basically a starting guide for using the pendulum, and also just some starting information on the chakra system, as well as some information how to use the pendulum to find chakras and work with them. So yeah, a book this small can't really tell you a lot. There's a limit to how much information it can give you. But as a primer, I say the book works quite well. So let me just go over what's in this book. So as an introduction, then it has a section on dowsing. It's what is dowsing, which is basically a very short little introduction about the history and such things about dowsing. It's dowsing and the chakra system, which is still just basically a simple introduction. Choosing your pendulum, that's an interesting chapter. It's quite okay. It gives you some hints about things to consider, like materials, whether or not you should have one or many pendulums. How heavy it should be, things that you might want to consider when getting a pendulum. Programming your pendulum, what movements can the pendulum show, advanced programming and working with a pendulum, which is also basically just beginner stuff. If you read this, you know how just the basics of how to work with a pendulum. And the chapters are okay. I mean, is it the best writing in the occult world? No, but it works quite well. It gets the point across. And yeah, you can work with this. Then you have section 2, the chakras. It's a what are the chakras? This basically is pretty self-explanatory. The chakra energy system and the kundalini. Obvious basic introductions. Chakra systems and influences, basically what influences them. 7 major chakras, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra, and crown chakra, which basically gives you a simple little starting about what these chakras are, what bodily parts they influence, their colors, what they represent, and so on. And again, the information is okay. It's very beginner. It doesn't go very in depth, but it's completely okay to start with. Then you have some other chakras. This is a pretty good section. Do you agree with all the information in here? No, I don't. But all in all, this is pretty good. It helps that there are energy centers, other parts in the body as well, not just the 7 main ones that run down your spine. And you have then the minor chakras, the foot chakras, knee chakras, gonad chakras, spleen chakras, stomach chakras, liver chakras, hand chakras, breast chakras, the clavicle chakras, eye chakras, temple chakras, thymus chakras, and the transpersonal chakras. And then you have the 4th eye chakra, 5th eye chakra, earth star chakra, and soul star chakra. Now, the earth star chakra and the soul star chakra, now we are moving into the new age. Basically, those are more new agey than the Indian mysticism roots of the chakra system. Basically, yes, the original Indian roots of it also believe that you can raise your energy above your crown chakra, and then with that attach yourself to Lord Shiva and all of creation. That's what you do when you do Kundalini awakening, and I don't recommend doing that without proper training because it can be dangerous. Just have to throw that out there, but yeah. But there's a lot of within New Age theories that we have more than these chakras, basically. Some say that we have an 8th chakra, and then a chakra connects with everything else. Some say we have an 8th chakra there and a 9th chakra in the under our feet. That's basically what this concept is. You have then the soul star chakra, which is the then the 9th chakra, which basically, or the 8th chakra, which then connects us to our soul, if you will, which connects us to spirit. And then we have under our feet, we have the earth star chakra, which connects us to ground. And it's interesting concepts, but these are not, it's presented in the book as being, yes, this is what we have, this is universal, but it's basically some people adhere to this theory, other people don't. And that's really the only thing I have to pick on here, is that some of these things that are more basically something that some groups adhere to, some groups do not adhere to, is presented as absolute truth. Other than that, the information is okay. Of course, with all of these lesser chakras, they get like a paragraph, a small paragraph, but I mean, it's a 101 book. It gets you started. So very yes. Then we have section 3, and this section is the only one that there's any point of getting this book for if you have any knowledge at all about chakras and or the pendulum, because basically the two chapters before that just tells you basic information. Information is such that it's actually a decent beginner's guide, but still very basic information that doesn't bring anything new to the table if you have any experience in this field. Section 3, however, have prepare to douse, which is basically how you prepare yourself. Fair enough chapter. And cleansing your crystal pendulum, some information on how to cleanse your pendulum or any other crystal. Moon magic, how to use moon magic to cleanse your crystal and preparing it. And then we have some chapters which is directly how to use a pendulum to interact with your chakras or other chakras. It's basically finding the chakras, dosing another person. Method 1, Method 2, after balancing and unwinding pain, which is basically how to use pendulum both to find chakras but also as a tool to balance and manipulate energy in and of itself. Dosing to balance your chakras, regular chakra balancing, and into the future. And then there's something about the altar. And this chapter is about how to use the pendulum on the chakras. I mean, it's still basic information. There's a lot of books on the pendulum that has more information on this, but all in all, that's a decent guide to it, and it's not some information that absolutely everybody knows. So that chapter could be worth it, even if you have some knowledge about those things and the chakra system from before. But generally speaking, this is a pure beginner's guide. It's for those that are just starting to get into these things and want a quick, simple guide without all the frou-frou. And even if there's quite a lot of topics in here, it doesn't sort of take water over its head that a lot of short books does. That's where it feels that it just sort of kicks in every direction and doesn't get into anything. It gives you the information you need to get started, but it doesn't give you any more than that. And as such, it's decent. Now, this is self-published as far as I know, and the print do show that. I mean, it's no problem reading it, but it doesn't have the best print quality, but it works. However, as this is self-published, it gets a lot more expensive than more widely distributed books. And as such, I bought it off Amazon, and I mean, I think you get for $10 or so. But I mean, 10, 11, 12 bucks, you can have a whole book with 2, 3, 400 pages. So as such, is it worth it for that price? Yeah, no. This isn't a book that you will normally find in a bargain bin because it is self-published, so it's very unlikely that a regular bookstore will carry it. So yeah, is it a decent book? Yeah, it's a decent book, but it's too expensive for how short it is. If, however, you're looking for a beginner book on the pendulum and using the pendulum for more than a divination system, if you also want to use it to manipulate energy and you want something just very basic, pure information on the chakra system, on the pendulum, and how to use these two together, then this might be a book for you. If not, then I would skip it just because it's too expensive for what it gives you. It's a decent book, but there are a lot of decent books about these topics out there that go more in depth and are cheaper. So yeah, I'll give the book 7 out of 10. And if you can find it cheaply, I do recommend it. If you cannot find it relatively cheaply, I'd say I recommend skipping this one. And that's my review of Dowsing and the Chakra System, Unveiling the Mystery by Brenda Hunt. Like I said, information is basic, but decent. It's a decent beginner's book. And I wish this book would have been picked up by somebody like Llewellyn or something like that, that could just have mass-produced it, so that, I mean, if this book were like $5, $6, something like that, I would have no problem recommending it. For the price you usually have to pay for it on Amazon, I don't think that's worth it. But the book is pretty good. And it does give a pretty decent introduction to these topics that gives you some ground information that you can then build on. So it's a decent book. I hope you have enjoyed this review. Have a great day and blessed be.